Hey, welcome everyone to Father, Son, and Holy Sport Weekly NFL Show. I'm G-Man. That there is T Money over there. We got the Super Bowl matchup set. Did y'all guess it correctly? Do you want some entertaining father-son camaraderie to get you ready? All right, well, we got you covered. T Money, how you feeling about the Super Bowl matchup, and are you excited about the matchup?
Oh man, rematch of 2 years ago, and that was an epic game. Hurts played awesome, even though he lost. Mahomes, had some big scrambles and some big time plays. So this is going to be a great rematch against Andy Reid, an all time coach, and Sirianni, who we have no clue if he's good or not. And then Hurts can elevate himself to another level with a win, and Mahomes could get one step closer to Brady with a win. So a lot riding on it, and it's going to be a great matchup, I think.
Well, T Money, you got all the storylines already down here, man. Nice job. That was a nice little summary. But look at these guys behind me just laughing. Their seventh straight AFC championship game. Think about that, man. Seven straight AFC title games. Mahomes and Reed again stepping it up in the postseason. They have it all. They have the offense with
Mhm.
Reed and Mahomes. They have the defense, top rated DC. How impressed are you with these Chiefs, T Money?
I'm impressed, man. They just are able to win any way necessary. Like they do just enough to get the W. They're not blowing people out like the Eagles are and just, versus overmatched teams. This was a great team. Bills won 13 games this year. But, the more impressive thing is the execution, no, on the defensive, offensive sides, knowing that the Bills weren't ready for Patrick Mahomes to do designated runs. Patrick Mahomes had more rushing yards than Josh Allen. Would you have guessed that? I don't think anyone would have guessed that. And on the
No.
flip side, the Chiefs were ready for the Bills tush push. That was super effective all year, actually more successful than the Bills tush or the Eagles tush push. And they knew Josh Allen would go over the left guard. They even told the commentators they were
I know
ready
he
for
goes
that,
over the left guard.
and they shut it down. And so the execution from coaches to Mahomes, not turning the ball over interception wise, but just had a bad fumble. The Bills recovered 5 fumbles. Five. There was one by the Chiefs. The Bills fumbled 4 times and recovered all of them. So again, the Bills got luckier in this game. And so I'm just super impressed with the Chiefs all around. They got a rookie and Xavier Worthy as their top receiver. Their Kareem Hunt off the street is their best running back. It's a just all around team effort. It's super impressive.
Yeah. Nine teams, Team Money, have tried for the three-peat. Nine teams. Only one of those nine, Team Money, was able to get back to the Super Bowl in
Yeah,
that three-peat year. And that's this year's Chiefs. They are special. Here's
yeah.
their Super Bowl run. 2019, they won. 2020, they made it back, lost. 2022, made it back again, won. 2023, won it again. And now 2024. It's an
Crazy,
amazing run here.
crazy. Patrick Mahomes' worst year ever is an overtime and the AFC Championship loss. That's the worst he's ever had.
And I feel for Josh Allen. He's excellent. And, what do you think for the Bills, Team Money? What do they do next?
Oh man, it's really tough because I thought this, and I think everyone kind of thought that, I liked them coming out of the AFC East because they didn't trust the other teams. But everyone kind of thought, all right, this is going to be a bit of a rebuilding year. Traded away Stephon Diggs. They cut a lot of big veterans to get under the cap. They were kind of resetting, getting younger. Everyone thought, they took a few steps back. They're not going to be able to beat Cincinnati or the Ravens or these other top teams in the AFC. So I'm impressed with what they were able to do with such an undermanned squad. Um, Look, there's not much more you can ask for. What's next for these guys? They got to figure out what's going on in their attention to detail, prep for these Chiefs. And then Josh Allen needs to figure out what he's doing at the end of games because back to back years, they've had the ball down three with a chance to win or tie the game, and Josh Allen couldn't pull it out. And at the end of the day, your superstar quarterback's got to be your superstar quarterback. So I don't.
Yeah.
I love Josh Allen. I think he's super talented. He's proved in the past, in that 13-second game loss to Patrick Mahomes that he can put up crazy numbers and win a game. But Mahomes stole it from him. But as for like what's next, I don't know if there's much of a reset. Get the guys back, figure out a way to get James Cook the ball more. He was running all over him. Add some playmakers on defense, maybe a better receiver. There's a few things they can upgrade, but really, I think it's just going to come down to will they have this opportunity again? Will Josh Allen be able to take care of business when he gets the ball with a time left to win the game? And so I don't know if there's like a next step for the Bills other than Josh Allen taking that next step at the end of games.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like that. And that needs to be done. I'll give you some other points, Team Money. All right, I'm going to give you my G-Man top three needs for the Bills. And one of them they
Okay.
already came through with. Joe Brady. They kept Joe Brady. Joe
Yeah.
Brady stepped up Allen's game this year. Allen was better this year. Brady is staying. That was big because Brady was looking around.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, improve the defense. Go get the Eagles DC or get someone like the Eagles DC. Get
Yeah.
that defense better, man. They can do better. Look at the Eagles defense, what it's doing for them. That's what they got to build. Number three, a legitimate wide receiver one. They don't have that gunslinging receiver down the field that can beat anybody. They don't have that. Go get that guy.
Yeah. Yep. Cooper's getting old, so it's a good point. And I agree with everything you're saying, G.
Oh, thank you.
And not only that, I think they need to upgrade some players on defense. Just overall,
Okay.
they could use,
Yeah.
especially some defensive backs. They need some help. So that would be my last part of your list. But I agree with everything, man. Look at what
Well,
the Eagles did. Like you mentioned, they brought in a new DC with basically the same exact players. They went from one of the worst defenses in the league to the best defense in the league. And so,
hey,
I agree with you.
well, thank you. G-Man's on fire today.
Yeah.
G-Man is on fire today. Hey, Bills, we'll see you next year. Enjoy that AFC East title. No one's going to take that from you. You'll get into the playoffs because you win the AFC East. We'll see you next year, baby. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks to our show sponsor, Blue Tees Golf. Go to blueteesgolf.com. Find affordable, high-quality golf products to pick up your golf game, like speakers, rangefinders, Enter code FSHS. Get a 10% discount on your order. Get ready for golf season at blueteesgolf.com. Hey, also do us a favor, press that like and subscribe. We keep building up our subscribers. Come on, let's go higher. Help us continue to bring you the fun. All right, so let's keep going here, Team Money, in this really quick show here today as we don't have bets, we don't have fantasy.
Yep.
We're stripping it down here, okay? And let's talk about the Eagles, Sirianni. Sirianni doesn't get the credit, man. I said that last week, and he did it again. He's now led the Eagles to it won by 32 points in that NFC Championship game, and last year they won by 24 points in the
Yeah.
NFC Championship game. That's impressive. Super Bowl 2 of the last 3 years. And what do you think about Sirianni? Do you trust him after that big win versus the Commanders?
This is one of the most odd topics. Like
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what it is. I just don't trust this coach. Like it's like he's I feel like Howie Roseman, the GM, is the true coach of this team. He is just one of the best roster builders in the league. I think someone was listing off his first, second, and third round picks for the last 4 years, and every single one of them is a hit. Every single one of them is a contributor or starter on their team. That's how good this team is. There's no misses. And so they're so deep, they're so talented. And then they go out and they get Fangio and Kellen Moore, and they completely revamp the team. And you can see when Nick Sirianni got to pick his own guys last year, they weren't good. But before that, Howie Roseman chose Shane Steichen, and the defensive coordinator that went to Glennon, that went to Arizona. So they lose both coordinators. Sirianni picks his own, and he doesn't do well. Howie Roseman comes in, picks two coordinators. They do well. So it's super weird. Sirianni has the fifth best win percentage all time in the NFL amongst head coaches. He's fifth. Andy Reid's 19th, just for perspective here. And the
Yeah.
only other active coach in the top 10 is Jim Harbaugh at number 8. This guy wins 70% of his games. It's insane. I don't know what to do with him because I don't think he contributes. He's a weird guy in the locker room. He doesn't call plays. He's bad at clock management. He doesn't coach the defense. The guy is just out there like a figurehead. And so I don't know what to do. But then again, he got to the Super Bowl 2 of 3 years. Like he is the head coach. It's the weirdest thing I've ever
Well,
seen. So I don't know what to do. I don't know.
it takes, I agree with you. I agree with you. It takes a team effort. That's what you're telling me. That's what I hear you saying. It takes a team. He's one of those team players. It's not all on him. And if he got pulled out and they put someone else in, it might still win. Whereas if Andy Reid came out, there'd be a little bit of a hole there.
Yeah.
So Sirianni maybe isn't as vital, but he is a key part of that team. And if Philly does this, if Philly doesn't do it, we'll be saying that again next year. But if Philly does this and beats the Chiefs, that presents a new rivalry in this league. And
Yeah.
it is Sirianni versus Reed, and it is Saquon, the new app this year. Saquon and Hurts versus Mahomes and Kelsey. It's a
Yeah.
new rivalry if they can pull this off. And wouldn't it be something if Hurts can do this when all the AFC quarterbacks say, oh my gosh, I can't win the AFC title because I can't beat Mahomes. And if Hurts goes in and does it, what does that say for the AFC quarterbacks?
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. Let me do a little test drive with you here, G. I'm going to
That's
list
right.
off every single NFL head coach, and you stop me when there's a guy that you would take Sirianni over. Okay, so Andy Reid, right? Don't stop me for him. Andy Reid, Mike Tomlin, Jim Harbaugh, Mike
Oh,
McCarthy.
oh, over Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin, you take Sirianni over Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, I like Mike Tomlin. He's a great leader, but I think Sirianni wins.
Okay. Okay. So you got one: Sean Payton, Sean McDermott, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur.
Overall, yeah, over all those guys, I take Sirianni.
Are you crazy? I haven't named a single coach yet that I would take over Sirianni
Those guys don't get this far.
because they don't have the rosters. That the roster is insane. And
It's hard to beat.
Sean McVay's won a Super Bowl. Sean McDermott's gotten to multiple championships. Kyle Shanahan's gotten multiple Super Bowls. LaFleur's young. Jim Harbaugh's gotten to a Super Bowl. Dan Quinn's gotten to 2 Super Bowl. It's just a lot of guys I would take over Sirianni, which is just
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying is for
I'm
how
yeah, I guess
good
I'm giving him more credit than you are. I'm giving
I'm
Sirianni more credit.
yeah, I'm not giving him
You're
any, basically.
you're not giving him any, but
Yeah.
he's certainly a big part of this, and we could argue what percentage that is. But T, here's as we move into next week. Here's a little stat for you. Quarterbacks that have done 6 touchdowns in the postseason and no interceptions, more than 6 or more. Jalen Hurts is now fourth on that list. He's thrown for 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. And out of the other 5 that have done this, 6 or more touchdowns, no interceptions, 4 of them won the Super Bowl. So maybe Jalen Hurts can do it again. And Jalen Hurts coming out of that East with the Commanders, Philly and the Commanders are only going to get better. Dallas is sitting there in that NFC East. Tough road for Dallas to get through that NFC East next year. And how do they go on the road as a wild card? Because they're not going to win the East, I'll tell you right now. So now they're a wild card. And can they go on the road with this new staff? What do you think about the Cowboys and the hire that they made? Can they do it?
No, I don't like this hire at all. I think it's a lazy hire by Jerry Jones. Once again, taking the route no one expected because he wants control. He
Yeah.
wants to be the voice. He knows that Brian Schottenheimer is not going to say anything to anyone about anything. He's a piece of Play-Doh that Jerry Jones gets to sculpt and mold and play with to make his own. You bring in Mike Vrabel, it's his way or the highway. You bring in Ben Johnson, he's the new hot shot, and he gets the credit. Jerry Jones wants the credit. He had Brian Schottenheimer on staff already. I mean, the guy's only been an offensive coordinator with them for 1 year. Before that, he was a coaching analyst, a passing game coordinator. He hasn't been an offensive play caller since 2020. and that was with the Seattle Seahawks, and they weren't that good. And so I'm not impressed with this. I don't think this guy's going to be any sort of motivator. I just think from all parts, this is a mediocre hire. It reminds me of like Dennis Allen, right? They hired the
Which you
guy
didn't
from
like.
within,
You didn't like that from the
and I
beginning.
didn't like, and I called it. I told you Dennis Allen was trash from day one. Brian Schottenheimer, I don't know if trash is the word because he
T
seems like
Money's on fire
a
this
nice
morning.
guy, but I'm telling you, like this team is not winning 10 games ever with Brian Schottenheimer as head coach. I'm just telling you
Yeah.
that right now.
You know what? Where's the buzz at with this team anymore? Everybody wants to talk about the Dallas Cowboys on all these
Boring.
talk shows. Are they still America's team? I don't even know if they're still America's team. They
Yeah.
just don't have the buzz anymore. And Jerry, come on, man, you're killing this thing. Don't
Yeah.
mess that defense up, Jerry. Don't mess the defense up. You got Micah. You keep playing around with all these contracts, Jerry. Quit playing around with people's contracts.
Yeah.
Get Micah back, get that
True.
defense in order, and now let's focus on the offense.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd actually trade Micah, go get some picks. Their roster is horrible. They're going in the wrong direction. They're losing guys
Yeah,
left and right. They're not signing anybody. And like you said, their contracts that they're waiting to sign, they're waiting till the last second, right before the season, and free agency's already happened. And the benefit of signing your own guys early is so that you free up cap space for this free agency. And they did that with Dak Prescott, and they did that with CeeDee Lamb, and they screwed themselves over. And they couldn't sign any
Jerry,
free agents. So this is a
I
Jerry
agree.
Jones problem. The team is not good. The roster's not good. They're headed in the wrong direction. And this guy is not the lifeboat that I think Jerry Jones thinks. It's the most lame hire. And, he wants to be part of the news cycle. This is the last thing you're going to be. So I
Yeah,
think it's a bad
Dallas was
hire.
seven. Dallas 7-10. They got the 12th pick. Jerry, move up and get the top three pick. Go up there and get one of the top three, Jerry. Let's
Do
make this
something.
thing go. You know, show us you want a title, Jerry. We don't know if you want the title anymore, man. Hey,
Yeah.
the NFL draft order, real quick, looking at that because we're going to be talking about the draft here soon. And we got the Titans, Browns, and Giants at 1, 2, 3. Jerry, go get it, man. Those coaches all stay in place. Patriots get Vrabel at 4, and the Jags get the Tampa Bay OC. I like that play. They're the 5th. Raiders with Brady and his whole influence are at the 6th spot with Pete Carroll. And the Jets got the 7th spot with Aaron Glenn. So there's that. Carolina's at 8, and they got their same coach. And there's the Saints at 9. They Saints do not have a coach yet. Is that true, T Money? I didn't see that. If it got announced.
Yep, yep. Saints do not have a coach yet. They're still
Saints.
looking around. As maybe Kellen Moore's in the running for that, and they're waiting. So who knows?
So that's the only opening left. We got them all filled for all the coaches. And that's about it for today's show, everybody. That's it. Quick show for you. We hope you had fun hanging out with us. Come back next week. We'll have our Super Bowl bets for you. T Money and G Man coming down the wire with our picks. Father Son loves bringing in the NFL energy. On behalf of T Money, I'm G Man. See you next week.
Neat. Hey, all right. Quick and
Okay. Easy peasy.
Mm-hmm.
Quick and easy, G.
What's that?
Quick and easy.
All right. All right. So yeah, looking good here at G-Man Inc. So
Hell yeah, man.
packed up today, and then tomorrow we're gonna go up to A-Town. Mike Davey, my friend Mike Davey, his dad died, so we're going up.
Oh man.
He's having a little party, so we'll have Magic there, Embryo, and the whole crew on Friday night. Friday night.
Okay.
Mom's gonna go. Mom's going with me. So
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
yeah, you'll see us hanging out up there Friday night. And
Eh,
I don't know if we're coming back Saturday or not. We'll see.
that, that's funny. Yeah, no. Nothing big here. Just getting the place
What
together every day.
what you what you got going this weekend? Nothing?
Oh, we got some plans, Saturday with some friends, but nothing too crazy.
Okay. No
So
no parties in the basement yet?
not yet. I mean, we've had people
I
down
mean,
there drinking.
you've Yeah. A team money housewarming party.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Got done shoveling all the snow.
It's starting to melt, man. It's crazy.
That's hilarious. I can't believe you had to shovel. That's
Like
so
4 days
funny.
in a row, man.
That was insane. I
Yeah.
know.
So slowly getting the place together, little by little.
I'm
Little.
sure you are.
Yeah, we'll have to have you guys down in a few weeks and show it to you. It'll look completely different than when you guys were here, man.
Oh, all right.
So
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
yeah, cool. Well, I gotta hit it. You got a crazy day.
Go
Um,
sell some stuff, man.
yeah, I'll go sell some stuff. Yep. All right. All
See you.
right.
Have a
I'll
good
talk to
day.
you. Love you.